The time is 11 o'clock on this late Sunday night, October 27th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Sunday night, October 27th, 2019. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock and it's 57 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news is with Pagani in their sights, U.S. troops launch a dangerous during nighttime raid as Islamic State Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi earned his fate. Sonoma County Sheriff Mike Kessick defends his call to evacuate residents far from King Fire as California's in the statewide emergency has two new fires ignite near San Francisco. Representative Katie Hill announced the resignation amid the allegation of improper relationships with staffers. Was a Obama White House photographer suggests Trump's Situation Room photo of unfolding out. Baghdadi raid was staged. Fernandez wins in Argentina as voters rebuff Macri's austerity. John Conyers, longtime Michigan congressman and Congressional Black Caucus founder, dead at 90, police said. And a known shooter killed two people at a crowded college party in Texas and escaped into chaos. Biden won running for a second term and elected. Chicago school strike updates. Mayor Willie Lightfoot announced to deal with SEIU, but say send-off continues with the Chicago Tea. Joe Biden changing looks have reportedly become a minor perception of the White House and Trump. Chile's president performs a reshuffle coming after massive protests in San Diego. The terrified Kashmir families will call one of the world's most militarized zones home. Turkey, Russia advancing in northeast Syria. Lebanon protesters form human chain across the country. Documents show Boston police officer work closely with ICE. Fred Taylor, incarcerated Johnson decades in Boston, is dead at the age of 90. Louis Vuitton parent company LVMH reportedly makes the takeover bid for Tiffany and Company. Wiggins opens in Brooklyn, fans wait in the rain and rejoice. Two struggling industries get them off tech earnings this season. Air Force secretive X-37B spaceflight led us to record orbit. NASA puts a photo of the sun looking like a giant flaming jack-o'-lantern. NASA confirms plans to send prospecting rover to the moon. Epic space time-lapse capture from International Space Station. Meningitis in North Dakota, first time since 2014. Heat camera at a tourist attraction spots women's breast cancer. 900 children test positive for HIV in Pakistani city. In Belmont, Massachusetts, worker fired at 6 Trapel Road, ACW. Mutual aid is responding to spoken to Bible. Three people arrested and connected with the deaths of 39 people found in a truck container in Britain were released on bail on Sunday. Iraq deploys counterterrorism service in sponsored an H1 protest. Hong Kong passed a ban on toxin police officers. Protests continue. Pittsburgh marks 1 year since Tria Life synagogue shooting. Samsung Space satellite crash lands in Michigan couple's yard. Two more factories in downtown Attleboro proposed to house apartments. Planning board review starts at Foxborough Brew Pub apartment project. Driver charged with drunken driving following new head-on collisions with Rehoboth. Governor Baker at Mornings in Attleboro formally endorsed Mayoral Challenger Ever Pareka. Hardy Patriots fans brave the weather for game against the Browns at Gillette. Islamic Center opens in Attleboro. Environmental forum scheduled for Tuesday in Attleboro. Boy airlifted to the hospital after being injured during recreational event in Norfolk. Portuguese Language Finance Center at Discovery Language Academy Conference. $1,200 pumpkins light up. Weymouth fundraiser ads. A candlelit gourd and all the very carvings drew people by the Badrose Bookies Spectacular Services. The New England Wildlife Center, the only major fundraiser. Now it's 17th year. And now it's sports time at 11:05. The New England Patriots improved to 8-0 in the season with a 27-13 win over the Cleveland Browns at Gillette to go to 8-0 in the season. NFL scores: Kansas City and Green Bay tied at 24-55 left in the fourth quarter out in Kansas City. Indianapolis 15, Denver 13, Tennessee 27, Tampa Bay 23, Browns 31, Arizona 9, LA 24, Cincinnati 10, Jacksonville 29, New York Jets 15, LA Chargers 17, Chicago Bears 16, Detroit 31, New York Giants 26, Philadelphia 31, Buffalo 13, Seattle 27, Atlanta 20, San Francisco 51, Carolina 13, and Houston 27, Oakland 24. Average scores: Lakers 68, Charlotte 63, Oakland 71, 20, Golden State 92, Memphis 134, Brooklyn 133, final overtime, and Portland 121, Dallas 119, and Minnesota 116, Miami 109. And the Not Lancers football team will face the Foxborough Warriors in the MIAD5 South Sectionals first round in football in Foxborough at 7 o'clock on Friday. The Boston Bruins over the New York Rangers 7-4 at Madison Square Garden. Florida Panthers over the Edmonton Oilers 6-2. St. Louis lose 5. Detroit Red Wings 4 final overtime. Chicago Blackhawks 5. LA Kings 1. Ottawa 5. San Jose 2. And New York Islanders 5. Philadelphia 3. And Vegas Golden Knights 5 and Anaheim 2. Cowboys make 50 with a record time 82nd career win at the Zozo Championship. President Donald Trump greets with booze at Game 5 in the World Series fans chant, "Knock him up." And Jones with questionable return to shoulder injury, and Max Scherzer scratches from World Series Game 5 to start to the back. At the 8th inning, Houston leading in Washington 5-1 in Game 5 of the World Series in Washington. Peter Chillo Dussault is 11:08. Time now for Peter Chillo Traffic and Transit Check. Baby! On the MBTA, looking good. On the subway, commuter rail, and the ferries. Okay, highways and byways New England on this late Sunday night. 95 on the southbound side, Little Soy and downtown Pawtucket. 185 westbound side, Swansea stretch. 185 close between 58 and 20 in the Middleburg Carver stretch. On the northbound side, due to some road work. 24 on the northbound side, Little Soy 104 Bridgewater. 95 on the southbound side, to the Canton Norwood stretch. 93 on the northbound side, Little Soy downtown Boston. 393.95, looking good from 120 to New Hampshire border. Mass Pike westbound, also Brimfield stretch. 57 on the westbound side, also Agawam, Massachusetts. 84 both ends. It's westbound side, also around the West Hartford stretch, and 84 westbound, also Waterway stretch, and 95 on the southbound side, so the West Damon stretch. Main traffic on the northbound side, also around 295 out of the Augusta, Maine. And 87 on the southbound side, Little Soy, Woodland, Champlain, New York, and it's 15 on the northbound side, so some Quebec, get it towards Montreal. Peter Chillo Dussault is 11:09. Time now for a Peter Chillo weather report. It's going to be here at the drizzle with a check the charts. Patchwell before 2 a.m. miles. Cloud got over 49 degrees. Norfolk spot 9 miles on the side. 21 miles an hour. Chance of 40%. Newport spots less than 7 inches. Falls for Monday. Here's the drizzle with a slight check the charts about 11 a.m. Then it's late check the charts at 11 a.m. Clouds got 57 degrees. Norfolk 7 to 10 miles on the side. 20 miles an hour for Monday night. Slight chance of showers up to 9 p.m. Clouds cover 48 degrees. Light northeast wind just to 20% for Tuesday. Slight chance of showers before it. 11 a.m. Then a slight chance of showers afternoon. Most clouds but 60 degrees. East at about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chance of 20%. Tuesday, chance of showers may after 10 p.m. Punch Chicago for the 11 p.m. Otherwise, most clouds for 51 degrees. Common chance of 40% for Wednesday. Chance of showers punch for 9 miles. Most clouds but 6 miles about 50 degrees. Light for wind. Chance of 50% for Thursday. Showers likely mainly for 10 a.m. Mostly clouds about 60 about 40 degrees. And chance of is 70% for Friday. Showers mainly for 4 p.m. High near 64 to low 40 degrees. Southeast at about 7 and 40 miles. Gusts says highest 30 miles. Chance prediction is 60%. And for Saturday, sunny most gusts about 55, about 37 degrees. Worst about 7 miles an hour. Gusts at 20 miles an hour. For Sunday, most clouds about 54 degrees. Worst about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Right now, north and it's cloudy and 52. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Sunday night, October 27, 2019. Peter with OPF. Good night with a good president, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more report. OPF. Good night.